Is that Bible? So what is it about that? What if there's nothing wrong with our vision other than the fact that we lack focus concerning what we do and why we do it? The lesson arrives when we are ready to listen. Somebody say listen. That's what I'm trying to slow down real quick. I'm going to try to get on out of here. But we draw near to God to hear him better, not for him to hear us better. I don't draw close to God so he can hear me better. See, there he has no problem hearing us. He has no problem hearing our voice. We have a problem hearing him. This is why we draw nigh to him. He can hear me when I was a sinner. He heard me when I was in the clubs. He heard me when I was high. And I was very far from him. But he has no problem with hearing me. Y'all better hear me. I got a problem hearing him. Yeah. So too often we approach God, one, because we want an audience to air out our grievances. I got some stuff to talk to God about. They've been doing me wrong down there. I've been buked. I've been scorned. Oh, y'all better hear me. Talking about the day I was born. And we want to tell God about all that. And we want an audience to air out our grievances and to make our requests. God, I need this. God, I need that. I need you to bless me here. I need you to bless me there. We want to speak to him more than we want to hear from him. Hear me. We seek his ear and not his voice. We seek his ear. We want God to hear me. But God says, what about my voice? I said, because I'm going to tell you this. You see, but to be victorious in what you are walking into, you need to understand that you were given 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. We should listen twice as much as we talk. And I said, Lord, I gotta hear. I might come after this because there's something that really put this in my spirit. I know we all want God to hear us out, hear us out the story, but talking to him may make us feel better. But nothing changes until we hear his voice and do what he tells us to do. I was in a meeting, and this is interesting because I was in a meeting because we're doing some new things at our school. They restructured some schools. We're not having departments now. We want to be like a university. So we're not going to have departments anymore. We're going to have schools. The school of social sciences and the school of this and everything. So they've done all this, and they gave us an email because we complain as instructors. Y'all don't tell us nothing. Y'all just do stuff and don't tell us nothing. So they said, well, now what we're going to do, we're going to tell you what we're going to do right first, and then we're going to explain it to you later on as we go through the process. Bad idea. If you want to mess people up, give them what they say they want. So so they give us this plan about the new school and things are moving around and everything. And so we have a meeting in my department about this, and people are just all up in arms. They're saying, they're just complaining. And my department chair starts out the meeting by saying, she said, very simply said, I don't know any more than you guys know. Now for me, the meeting is over. Let me get back to my office. Let me go do what I gotta do. Because you don't know nothing. I don't know anything. What are we talking about? We had 10 points on our agenda. That was a 10th point. We got through 9 points in 10 minutes. We spent another 45 minutes on point 10 when she told them from the beginning, I don't know any more than you know. But people still feel the need to talk about stuff which they have no knowledge of. Ooh, I'm being real. And after the meeting, they were like, well, Daniel, you and my friend Darren, we were there. They said, you and Darren, y'all didn't say anything. And they said, why y'all weren't talking? You're not concerned? I said, because I don't know anything. So I have nothing which to add to this conversation. And the person who leading the conversation said, she does not know anything, so there's no point in me talking to her. But people talk at times because they just want to be heard. Oh, I'm going to preach to somebody inside of here. You see, talking to Jesus may make you feel better, but nothing changes until we do something, until we hear his voice and we do something. We must develop an ear to hear over a mouth that assumes. Am I being real? Over a mouth that accuses. And some of us, we are guilty of accusing people with no evidence. Like we ain't never watched Law and Order. Now, I better hear me. Who you think killed the person at the beginning is not the person who go to trial at the end. I ain't never seen them arrest the person who did it in the beginning at the end. So they accuse people with no evidence, and don't we do the same thing among each other? We accuse each other. And so the same thing, and also the same mouth that we use to complain. Because we can be some complaining people. We can be some complaining people. And your success, hear this, is tied to how well you listen to the voice of God. One thing I've learned, this is something God is dealing with me about, not to dominate a conversation where I don't have sufficient knowledge of the subject. I know a little bit about history. Right? I know a little bit about history. I know a little bit about, those things. But if I'm talking to, say, Elder Scott, Deacon Sim, Brother Jimmy, about something that deals with working on something, we're fixing something or doing something, they know more about that. So I just shut up. Because I can't add to that conversation. My dad made me work with him, and I wish I was handed like that. I really wish I was that kind of a person, but I don't have that because I had my head in the book the whole time. My dad was trying to do all this stuff. I just worked. But I wish I had gained the knowledge, because when you have knowledge, you save money. You save money when you have knowledge, don't you? Even at a citizen that has a degree in drafting. When you know how to do something, you can save some money. And so therefore, when they're talking, I got to be quiet. But get this. I'm teaching my son to understand that it isn't wise to do a lot of talking about money when you're the poorest person in the conversation. Oh, you got real quiet. Because we bad about telling somebody how to use their money. Aren't we bad about that? We bad about telling somebody else how to spend their own money. And if you're not going to show me your stocks, your bonds, your dividends, you're not going to show me your portfolio, can't show me your savings account, how God has blessed you in this area, don't talk to me about money. What I've learned is people will give you unsolicited advice about stuff of which they have no experience in. If you don't believe that, log on to Facebook right now. Facebook is full of people giving you up their opinion on stuff of which they have no knowledge of. When you are not the expert or you have no knowledge on that, your advice is not needed. Sometimes just listen and learn. I teach my son, I said, son, just listen sometimes. Because though I have learned, therefore I've learned to listen to the voice of God through his word, through his prophets, through prayer, and in any way he wants to speak to me. Because sometimes he picks some very unorthodox ways to talk to us. We have to learn to be intentional listeners. We don't listen to respond. A lot of times when people do it, listening to you and talking to them, they're only listening to see how they're going to respond to what you said. They're not listening to hear what you said. And that is why sometimes we misinterpret. I don't even hear what someone said because we're trying to find out how am I going to respond to what you said. And maybe you're being told, but that's on us sometimes too, aren't we? That's on us. We're not listening to try to hear and understand your side of things. We just want to respond to what you said. And that is not how we should listen. We have to learn to listen, to learn, to understand, and become empowered. We have to be intentional in how we hear the voice of God. Now, we got to be intentional in our words. Intentional in our words, right? Because, we got to be conscious of the words that we speak. And now this is going to hit hard, but we're going to be okay because y'all talking about this in Sunday school, so y'all got prepared for it. We have to be conscious of the word that we speak. God has been dealing with me. Whatever he's going to give to the people, you got to give to the man of God first. He's been dealing with me recently on being conscious of the words that I speak. Watch what you say. Words are easily said, and we have no shortage of words, but words are very important. Words are interesting because words defy the law of economics and supply and demand. So the law of supply and demand states that if there's a short supply of something and it lowers demand for it, the price goes up. It costs more, right? Amen. So if there's a big demand for something and we don't have a lot of it, the price goes up. If you don't think about it like this, after Katrina, what happened to gas prices? The demand stayed high, but the supply was down. Now we do know that when the supply goes up, what happened to gas prices? Simple, right? Economics 101 with that one. So here's the problem though. Words are in abundant supply. There is usually no shortage of words. We got plenty of words. But the problem is there's usually no demand for them. Nobody wants to hear them all the time. But guess the problem is though, they cost us a lot, don't they? Words can cost you a lot. Therefore, God has been on me to watch every word and be intentional in my words because he is the word and he is very intentional in his word. Now, I want you to see the scripture. Matthew 12:36 says, because we have to answer for every idle word that we have spoken. He says, but I say unto you that every idle every word that men shall speak. They shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment. Amplified version says, but I tell you, on the day of judgment, people will have to give an accounting for every careless or useless word they speak. So when you've been talking about somebody and you have no evidence of what they've done, but yet you're perpetuating something that I heard. This is Bible. You got to pay for it. Can I tell you this? This is something I've heard people, even when it comes down to people say, don't talk about preachers and stuff like that. Now I understand, we got to make sure they live right. But I heard one man that was talking about, he was saying, preacher getting all that money. Preacher all that money. When they go preach, he get all this money. And I told him, I said, have you ever talked to a preacher before? Because I done preached all around here. I know the standard rate. It is not what you think it is. You are not getting them, and there have been some times, y'all better hear me, that we have preached and given our heart out and didn't get an envelope. I'm just being real. They promise this, and when you get there, you don't get what they say, or you don't get anything. So sometimes you're speaking things of which you have no knowledge of, because you never preached a sermon, and you don't know what pastor got to check. Am I being real? Thank you for 2 or 3 claps. That's why I learned before I speak about something, I gotta know about what I'm talking about. Because God says one day you're gonna be held accountable for that.